Hello grade 7 students. Our topic for today is about Mindanao rhythmic and melodic improvisation and Mindanao musical performance analysis. Expectation. A. Improvise and perform simple rhythmic and melodic accompaniments to a selected music from Mindanao. B. Perform music from Mindanao with its accompaniment. C. Evaluate music selections and music performances using rubrics on musical elements and style.
The vocal and instrumental traditions of Mindanao are rich. Songs are used to express their thoughts and feelings. Instruments, on the other hand, are used in performing ensemble music as well as to accompany dances. The vocal music of Mindanao reflects the natural and spiritual life of all the people on the island: the Muslims, the Christians, and the Lumads. The instruments of the Lumads are originally handmade out of bamboo, carved, cut, sliced, made into smaller sticks. Then drums are made of wood and animal skin. The musical practices of Mindanao identify separate Islamic and non-Islamic cultural traditions. Story of socio-cultural relations and other influences outside these communities gave birth to the distinctiveness of their characters.
Ano nga ba ang Lumads? Ano ang istorya nito? Ano nga ba sila sa ating lipunan?
We get their tattoos. We wear indigenous fabric. We marvel at their dances. In fact, we often credit them as the basis for Filipino culture. But indigenous peoples are not frozen in time. Their culture is just one aspect of their identity. They are people, living and breathing human beings, caught up in real struggles. There are between 14 and 17 million indigenous peoples in the Philippines. According to the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act, or IPRA, indigenous peoples are a group of people who self-identify or are identified by others as indigenous. They live in a communally bounded and defined territory since time immemorial, sharing common bonds of language, customs, and traditions. Critically, they have resisted colonization and non-indigenous religions and cultures, thus becoming historically differentiated from the majority of Filipinos. In Mindanao, indigenous peoples are collectively known by the term Lumad. Lumad is a Binisaya word that means native or indigenous. The word can be found in John Wolfe's A Dictionary of Cebuano Visayan, published in 1972. Lumad became more commonly used in the 80s when the political movement of indigenous peoples flourished to protect their ancestral domains. Although choosing a Binisaya word was ironic, this was the first time that indigenous peoples agreed to a common and distinct name for themselves. Like the term Igorot, which refers to indigenous peoples in northern Luzon, or Moro, which refers to Islamized Filipinos in Mindanao, Lumad has come to mean the collective identity of non-Moro indigenous peoples in Mindanao. Today, over 2 decades since the passage of IPRA, the term Lumad captures the struggles of indigenous peoples. Since their lands are rich in natural resources, they are targets of large-scale development projects such as mining and plantations. These projects often put their livelihoods at risk, pollute their water sources, and often contradict their values. They say no to these projects, but saying no has a price. According to the CHR Human Rights Observatory, 81 cases related to human rights violations against indigenous peoples have been filed between 2017 and 2019 alone. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Many more atrocities have been committed against them. Iconic leader Makliing Dulag, who was killed for resisting the Chico Dam during the Marcos era, is an enduring example. Many other leaders have died, including Taboli Manobo leader Dato Victor Danyan, who had led a struggle against a large-scale coffee plantation before he was killed in 2017. Recently, Lumad children attending a Bakwit school in Cebu were allegedly rescued by the police. The police claimed that the children had been kidnapped and taught communist propaganda. But indigenous peoples do not need rescuing. They are agents of their own destiny. What they need is support. To be given a chance to thrive on their own terms, following the values of the way of life they have so valiantly fought and continue to fight for.
Activity 1. Directions. Look at the selected non-Islamic Mindanao song, Tuman, or Tiboli song, and study the rhythmic values that follow. Afterward, sing it according to the rise and fall of notes seen in the selected song. Note that you do not have to be perfect at singing it. You can also choose between spoon, fork, sticks, or any materials that can be found at home in accompanying your singing.
Panoorin ang video.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn a Tiboli song from Mindanao entitled Tuman. First, look at the notes and listen to the melody. Now let's learn it step by step. Listen first. Nakatumtaga. One more time, ready, sing. Nakatumtaga. Next line. Lumyan dituman. One more time, ready, sing. Lumyan dituman. Together now from Nakatumtaga, Lumyan dituman. Ready, sing. Nakatumtaga, lumyan dituman. One more time, ready, sing. Nakatumtaga, lumyan dituman. Next line. Nalagumtuma. One more time, ready, sing. Nalagumtuma. Next line. Afasang tituman. One more time, ready, sing. Afasang tituman. Together now, from Nalagumtuma, Afasang tituman. Ready, sing. Nalagumtuma, Afasang tituman. All together from the start. I'll give you the pitch. Nakatumtaga, ready, sing. Nakatumtaga, lumyan dituman. Nalagumtuma, afasang tituman. For the last time, ready, sing. Nakatumtaga, lumyan dituman. Nalagumtuma, afasang tituman. Good job. Congratulations. Baguio, JBO.
Kailangan na ma-perform nyo yan ng perfect o maayos, katulad nito.
Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Josh Wong from Grade 7 Net. In this video, I'm going to play Tuman, a Tiboli song, using recycled instrument. Nakatumtagalom yan dituman, talagong tumaabas ang pituman. Nakatumtagalom yan dituman, talagong tumaabas ang pituman.
Kung hindi naman kayang gawin, ganito na lang ang gawin nyo.
Nakatumtagalom yan dituman, lagom tuman apas ang tituman.
Activity 2. Make a sound of Mindanao. Make an improvised percussion instrument using available materials in your home or in the community to be used as your accompaniment doing the rhythmic pattern of El Galina Capituda.
Il Galina Capituda, sige sige na tamdan, Icha huevos na basura, Yoruba il gabilan. Il Galina Capituda, sige sige na tamdan, Icha huevos na basura, Yoruba il gabilan.
3, 2, 1.
El Galina Capituda, sige sige na tandan, Echa huevos na basura, Yoruba el gabilan. El Galina Capituda, sige sige na tandan, Echa huevos na basura, Yoruba el gabilan. El gabilan.
I hope magawa ninyo ng maayos at maganda. Activity 3. The direction. Using your chosen Mindanao music. An improvised accompaniment from week 5. Take this time to practice and analyze your performance using the rubrics below. Your guide to meet the criteria in musical elements and styles. This activity will help you to improve your performance and prepare yourself for the upcoming performance evaluation. The musical practices of Mindanao separately reflect Islamic from non-Islamic cultural traditions. The story of socio-cultural relations and other influences outside these communities gave birth to the distinctiveness of one's characters. The coastal lowland areas of Mindanao are homes of Islamic cultures. Their musical practices are a vital element in their social life, which is the main source of their ethnic identities. The musical and cultural tradition in Mindanao is divided into two, the Islamic and non-Islamic. Their vocal music is focused on topics dealing with life cycles, folk epics, and religious, chants. Percussion instruments are found in cultures worldwide. Basically, percussion instruments are those whose sounds are produced by striking, scraping, or shaking. Although the instruments that fall within the percussion family have sound production in common, their forms take many shapes, and a variety of distinctive sounds are produced. The instruments of the kulintang are all percussion instruments. They include various gongs called kulintang, Agung, Gandingan and Babandir. The one drum in the ensemble is called Dabakan. Before I finish the video, I will remind you improvise and perform simple rhythmic and melodic accompaniments to a selected music from Mindanao. And perform music from Mindanao with its accompaniment. And last, evaluate music selections and music performances using rubrics on musical elements and style. This is Quarter 3. Week 5 Grade 7, Music. Thank you for watching until again. Goodbye students.